I had always been invisible, the kind of girl who sat by the window, sketchbook in hand, while the rest of the school buzzed with laughter, gossip, and popularity wars I had no part in. Then there was David Cole, tall, confident, effortlessly charming, and cruel in a way that made everyone notice him, the kind of boy whose name floated in every hallway whisper, and somehow I had caught his attention. At first it was small things, sarcastic comments, stolen pencils, laughter at my expense, but soon it became a routine. Every day I braced myself for whatever joke or humiliation he had planned. That night, my tears fell onto my sketchbook, and for the first time I thought about him differently, wondering, despite everything, why I couldn't stop thinking about David Cole. The next morning I was at my lock trying to pretend the previous day didn't happen when I heard him call my name. "Marie," he said softly. I looked up, startled, then cold. "What do you want?" He swallowed. "To say sorry." I laughed bitterly. "Sorry doesn't erase what you did." "I know," he said, "but I mean it." There was no arrogance, no smirk, just honesty. Something in his tone made me pause. Over the next few days he tried again, helping me pick up dropped books, offering a place to sit in the cafeteria. I refused every time, but he didn't stop. Then one afternoon I found him waiting in the art room. "Why are you here?" I asked. He looked around. "To see what you see." He gestured to my drawings. Quiet, beautiful pieces that captured emotions I sometimes couldn't even name. "You're really good," he said quietly. "I used to think art was pointless, but looking at these, it's like they feel something I don't know how to say." For the first time, I didn't push him away. I just stared, confused and curious. Later, he invited me to a party. "I know it's not your thing," he said, "but maybe it'll be fun, no pressure." I hesitated, but went anyway. Partly out of curiosity, partly because I couldn't stop thinking about him. His house was massive, music echoing through every wall. People stared when I walked in, whispering. I almost turned back, but David appeared beside me with 2 drinks and that easy smile. "Don't mind them," he said. "You look amazing." I blushed, mumbling a quiet thanks. Later, we slipped upstairs to escape the noise. The room was dim, soft music playing. "I didn't know you hated crowds," I said. "I don't," he replied. "I just like this more." Our eyes met, close enough to feel the pull between us. He leaned in slowly, his breath warm, but a knock interrupted. "Yo, David! Everyone's waiting!" He exhaled sharply. "Perfect timing." I smiled faintly. "You should go." He shook his head. "I'd rather stay." But I stepped away, my voice soft. "Thanks for the invite." As I left, I passed Tessa, David's ex, standing by the railing. Eyes sharp, a fake smile playing on her lips. I could feel her stare long after I'd gone. Rumours began the next week. People whispered about me being David's new project. Tessa watched it all quietly, her jealousy simmering. David didn't seem to care what people thought. He kept showing up at my locker, in art class, even walking me to the bus stop. He was softer now, patient. And though I tried to fight it, I started to smile when I saw him coming. But behind us, Tessa was already planning her next move. By now, everyone at Ridgewood High could see it, the way David looked at me like I was the only one in the room. Tessa saw it too, and it burned. She started with small jabs, fake smiles, snide comments, but David didn't notice. He was too busy watching me sketch a mural for the art club. When he offered to help paint, I laughed. That afternoon, we painted side by side, hands brushing, laughter echoing. It felt easy, real, until I noticed Tessa's phone camera clicking from the doorway. The next morning, David pulled up beside me at the gate in his father's Mercedes. "Need a ride?" he asked. I smiled. "Reckless looks good on you." He grinned. "Told you." We drove in silence, the good kind, until we reached the school, and the stares began. By lunch, the photo of me stepping out of David's car was everywhere. The caption read, "Open quote, the artist and the heartbreaker," close quote. My world tilted. I confronted him in the cafeteria, voice shaking. "It's everywhere, David. I'll fix it," he said quickly. "You can't fix this," I snapped, eyes glossy. "You don't get it. People see me as a joke again." I walked away, and he was left standing there, surrounded by whispers. From across the room, Tessa smiled. That evening, David found Tessa by the lockers. "You did this," he said, showing her the photo. She feigned innocence. "Oh, come on. It's just a picture. Don't lie to me," he said coldly. "You wanted to humiliate me." Her. Tessa's eyes flashed. "She doesn't belong with you. You're making a fool of yourself." He stepped closer. "No, Tess, I'm finally being someone decent." The words hit her like a slap. He turned to leave, his voice low. Stay out of her life. Her fake smile vanished. She wasn't done, not yet. I ignored his texts, his calls, his apologies. David waited outside the art room for hours, but I never came out. And when Tessa slipped her hand into his again, he didn't stop her. Maybe he was tired of fighting. By the next week, everyone said it. David was back with Tessa. I heard it in passing, and my chest hollowed out. That night, I tore my unfinished sketch of David into pieces. David went through the motions, holding Tessa's hand, walking her to class, pretending everything was fine. But every time he saw me, guilt twisted inside him. I wouldn't even look his way. One afternoon, he whispered outside the art room, "You care more about being seen with me than about me." I didn't answer, but the words lingered in my chest. The next morning, the hallway was unusually still. I walked past him like I had every day for weeks, head down, expression unreadable. But something inside David snapped. He dropped his bag. "Marie?" I froze. He took 2 steps forward, eyes burning with everything he'd tried to hide. "Stop pretending you don't feel this," he said quietly. "David." He pulled me close before I could finish. Not rough, not desperate, just real. My breath caught. For a heartbeat, I didn't move. Then my fingers found his jacket, holding tight. "I'm sorry," he whispered against my hair, "for all of it." When I looked up, tears blurred my vision. "This doesn't fix everything," I said softly. "I know," he breathed, "but it's a start." He brushed my cheek, and this time, when he leaned in, I didn't pull away. Our kiss was soft, trembling, full of everything we'd both been afraid to say. The world blurred around us. Whispers rose from the end of the hallway, phones lifted, but none of it mattered, because for once, David didn't care about his image, and I didn't care who was watching. When we finally broke apart, I smiled through my tears. "Don't mess this up again." He smiled back, voice barely a whisper. "Never." Across the hall, Tessa stood frozen, phone in hand, heart breaking silently. For the first time, David and I didn't look back. End of season 1.